This is the first generation of consoles where I really felt the need to buy extra storage. I'm unsure how or why, but previous generations, especially the last two, I got away without ever having to buy extra hard drives or anything. But with games getting bigger, and I suppose there's just a lot more games coming out that I actually want to play, the need for extra storage has drastically increased. And I know I'm not the only one out there, I'm not alone. And if you have an Xbox and you have Game Pass, your storage gets used up even faster. It just dwindles away. And since the start, there have been storage options for the Xbox you could buy, and they had been pretty expensive. Recently, though, Western Digital entered the market with their certified Xbox expansion cards. Choice is a good thing when it comes to this kind of stuff. Having competition in the space of accessories allows for more competitive pricing and helps drive those prices down. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Western Digital Black C50 expansion card for the Xbox Series consoles and what may set it apart from the competition. But before we jump in, big thanks to Newegg for sending this over to check out. You can find a link to this product at Newegg in the description below. So with these expansion cards, they have to be certified by Xbox, meaning they utilize the Velocity architecture. So this allows for quick resume and compatible games, suspending current games, and playing the latest Xbox Series games off of these drives. Your other option instead of the expansion cards would be a more standard hard drive, which you would essentially use as backup, have to move Xbox Series games back and forth between the drive and the system's internal storage. So for sure, these expansion cards, I think they're at the top of the list of must-have Xbox accessories, just kind of a need nowadays with how big these games are. So the Western Digital Black C50 is simply plug and play, works right out the box. Just plug it into your Xbox, choose how you want to utilize it in the storage settings screen, and that's it. Now, there are no listed specs available for these drives, but I do want to check the speed of transferring a game from the Xbox internal storage to this Western Digital expansion card. So when you first plug the card in, it'll automatically be recognized, as we said, ready to use. You just have to select if you're going to use the card on multiple consoles or if you're going to keep it in the one system. If you choose to use it on multiple consoles, like you're just going to remove it, put in your other Xbox, take it, wherever. The only thing that changes is it will not allow the drive to automatically download updates for games and apps. So in case you didn't know. So testing out the transfer speed, moving a game, which the one we're going to use for an example here is Cyberpunk 2077, which was 60.64 gigabytes. So it moved to the new Western Digital expansion card in about a minute from the internal storage. The speed of the transfer was between 5.5 to 6 gigabytes per second. Moving it back to the system's internal storage was a lot slower, averaging about 2.11 gigabytes per second. Took several minutes. From here, I tried moving the same game from internal storage to the other brand's expansion card, the competition. And I'm not sure why, but it was quite a bit slower, averaging about 1.4 gigabytes per second for a while, and then it started to dip down below 1 gigabyte per second about halfway through. Moving it back to the internal storage from the competitor's expansion card seemed to go just as fast as the Western Digital at about 2.11 gigabytes per second. So I did this test several times, and I got the same results multiple times. I thought maybe since the competitor's card that I have already has quite a bit of games saved to it, maybe it's slower because of that. I don't know. So I formatted that card, tried again with nothing on it, just like a fresh start. Similar result, 1.4 gigabytes per second for about half the transfer, then under 1 gigabytes per second halfway through. Maybe not the most scientific test in the world, but the Western Digital seems to get the edge on transfer speeds to me. I'm not sure what they're doing here, but I've been messing around with this for hours now, transferring back and forth, and I'm just like, wow, okay. It just seems like the Western Digital is moving faster. I don't know. But hey, I mean, these all have to, reflect that Velocity architecture, certified by Xbox, Microsoft, that kind of thing. And I think the Western Digital is definitely a great card to grab. Cheaper price, like they've been, driving these prices down. That's a good thing. So yeah, let me know what you think. Just want to do this quick comparison type video. If you're interested, highly recommend Western Digital C50. Link down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.